This Sunday, Jimmy G is returning to Foxborough. I'm Mariah, Janos, joined by Evan Lazar. Evan, at this point, do you think the Patriots have any regrets of letting go of Jimmy Garoppolo?
Well, I know this is going to be a topic all week, Mariah, and I understand why, but these types of things really irk me. It really bothers me that we continuously, 3 years later, have to keep on revisiting these sort of narratives. They're narratives, quite frankly. They're not anything concrete. This is all just talk radio fodder. And I think the biggest thing that you see with the Jimmy trade, if you would say that you would take the production that Jimmy's given San Francisco, where last year in the playoffs, let's face it, he was carried by his running game and defense to the Super Bowl. He attempted something like 9 passes in the NFC Championship game. That was not Jimmy Garoppolo leading them to the Super Bowl. That was the Niners system, the Niners team leading them to a Super Bowl. If you want to change that for the last 2 years of Tom Brady, then be my guest. But I just think that what we're seeing with the 49ers, quite frankly, is that Jimmy is just another guy. He's just another starting QB in this league. He's not generational. He's not this, he's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Patrick Mahomes. They didn't trade away a guy like that. And I honestly think that by year 3, year 4, you might get the same type of production out of Jared Stidham that they're getting currently out of Jimmy G. There's a lot more to do with the system, a lot more to do with that running game than anything that I've seen out of Garoppolo in any of his years there in San Francisco, really.
Now, Garoppolo coming off of an ankle injury, then he was benched for the second half a couple weeks ago. How do you think he's been looking?
Up and down. I think the biggest thing with him is that he loves to attack the middle of the field, in cut it routes, slants, in breakers, anything towards the middle. And some of these teams have done a good job, like the Miami Dolphins 2 weeks ago, did a great job of taking away the middle of the field and forcing Jimmy G to beat them with throws outside the numbers. And that's where the turnovers started to happen. So I think that if you're the Patriots, there's a very clear-cut way to go about this. Blitzing him is a little bit risky. Opening the middle of the field is extremely risky because all he wants to do is get the ball out quickly and attack between the numbers. And if you can take that away from him, and that's quite frankly what made him a nice prospect for the Patriots, right? Because that's sort of their offense. But if you can take that away from him, like Miami was able to do with the robbers in the middle of the field or zone droppers in the middle of the field and force him to throw outside, that's when he really has some issues. And it's not necessarily with downfield ball placement. He just doesn't have the biggest of arms, and they don't have those outside weapons in San Francisco that really scare you like they have those inside guys like George Kittle or Deebo Samuel or all those groups of players that they have that can really tear you up between the numbers.
For all of our Patriots coverage, head to clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel over at Patriots Press Pass.